Game. It's the gift that keeps on giving. The difference between existing and living. It's the correct response to those perplexing queries that at once distinguishes the curious from the serious. It's the coveted edge that everyone wishes they had when the results are read, instead of hearing, "My bad," from disillusioned offenders en route back to the drawing board. Paying close attention to the instructions of your mentors ensures against the probability of their plight becoming yours. For your mentors too have been there before, where the crude, unschooled, penny-wise and pound-foolish are viewed through the peephole in the door by the collectors and inspectors of dues and passports, admitting the knowing few, rejecting multitudes who seek to steal through by way of an alternate route until they eventually abandon their ruse or tire of being rebuked. Back to the drawing board, where the ball was dropped before, where essentials were ignored, where the plot did not unfold, ergo, ignorance was not deposed, and so around and around the cycle goes, although to and fro would be more apropos when describing the consequential ebb and flow of the curious, not yet serious enough to know that desirables, such as the combination to the door where the coveted edge and other precious secrets are stored, are to be sold, not told. Game. In spite of what the name connotes, it ain't about playing, and the only jokes are on the curious, who commit and then quit come into class. They who lack the character to consummate the fast backslid to their familiar repast, a feast of bullshit and professing to be slick rather than to be taught how to effectively multitask. The only failure is a failure to grow. Growth depicts a stepping to, not fro. It doesn't matter which of its venues that you select. In doing so, you incur debt, not to the game per se, but to yourself. The game is self-sustained. It's the lame that requires help. That's why no one ever sweats you to collect. However, your conscience will keep you cognizant of your debt. Certain other criteria must immediately be met. Those who meet it will in time be blessed with finesse. Those who don't shall regret squandering the opportunity to invest in self. But when you take pains and pay attention, which is your dues more or less, as your mentors are walking you through open book tests, whenever you are confused, it would behoove you to confess. They'll welcome your questions. Ridding you of guessing will be the first of your blessings. Game. You don't get this just because you want it. To be down with this, you got to get up on it. Heaps see, but only a few know. One-trick ponies and wannabes get gonged at the big show. They get clowned, booed, and shamed. That siren goes off and that fool does their dance. Give yourself a chance to seriously compete. What your mentors preach must be heeded. You can come at all them rings and chains and nicknames and silver and gold teepers and 24s and things, but you'll still be incomplete if you gon' bring it. Bring what you need. Something 1,000 times more brilliant and far, far sweeter, deleting the lame forevermore. Game remains undefeated and self-assured.